What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back. We are back at it with another daily trade review. And I just want to first thank one of my good YouTube friends out there for giving me a shout out yesterday. So before we get started, just want to go ahead and give him a shout out for giving me a shout out. Not sure if he wants me to put his name out there, so I am not going to do that at this time. But he definitely knows who he is. Yesterday, I was out on the golf course playing golf, and my phone kept going off, and I kept getting new subs on my YouTube channel. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out why. So I let my homeboy know. I'm like, well, dang, man, I'm getting quite a few new subs, and my page must be popping up either as the teaser on the end of somebody's page or video, or popping up in the search, but never could figure it out until I got home and I sat down at my computer doing my usual search on YouTube for some of the different things that I watch on YouTube, and lo and behold, his channel popped up with my picture on it, and he was giving me a shout out. So I again want to give him a big thanks. Also, if you are coming over to my channel from his page, I definitely welcome you. Down in the comments, there were a few people that said that they were interested in day trading. And I will tell you, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I will tell you, what you will not see over here at LMD Trading, you won't see all of the glitz. You won't see all of the glamour. You won't see me making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a day. Eventually you will see that. But what you will see is the struggles and the successes of somebody that's getting into day trading. I've been doing it almost maybe a year and a half or so, about a year and a half. And what I have learned is with hard work and discipline, you can make money in this thing. The stats are against you not making money. The stats say that 90 to 95% of people that get into day trading lose their money. I'm not trying to be a part of that stat. That stat kind of holds true for most people that's trying to get into business. They say that most businesses fail in the first couple of years. Day traders, same way. Most of them wash out because they run out of money in the first couple of years. So based on my mentor, who does not know he's my mentor, I say that all the time, Jared Wesley over at Live Traders, the key is to being able to last. The key is to being able to work out the kinks of your strategy, but more especially work out the kinks inside your head, because I won't say it's easy, but it's not difficult to learn the patterns. It's not difficult to learn the patterns on these charts. They repeat themselves daily. You see 3-bar plays on charts daily. You see buy setups daily. You see breakouts daily. So it's not hard to understand the patterns. What's hard is to understand in your mind that when that stop goes against you, you need to be getting out of it. You don't need to be trying to be right and ended up, instead of losing $5 or $10 on a trade, you've lost $100 on a trade in an account that only has $500 in it, if that makes sense. If you're risking $5 per trade, in a $500 or $1,000 account, you could take a lot of trades before you blow that account up. But if you take a trade and you lose $100 in a $500 account, you done lost a fifth of that account on one trade. So I hope y'all stick around for this journey that I'm on. And like I said, if you are interested in day trading, check out Live Traders. If you do a search for Live Traders on YouTube, that is the strategy. They call it professional trading strategies. That's the strategy that I like, that I use, and that works for me. In trading, there are hundreds of different strategies that you can find, but that particular strategy spoke to me when I got into trading. So on that note, again, I want to say thank you for checking me out. To those that check me out every day, as always, welcome back. And we're going to jump right on over into TRADERVUE. So let's go ahead. Let's get that going. Actually have a different screen pulled up than the one that we usually have pulled up, because I did record the videos today. So I don't think we really need to look at the charts and see where I got in and out. We can see that on the video. But what I do want to look at, reviewing trades for October 24th, Monday. We took 5 trades. Closed P&L 21.31. Was risking $50 per trade on, I believe, 4 out of 5 of these. This one, I was not. But look at what our max unrealized gains were on the first 3. I actually said that I was done trading after the first 3. So you see the gains were all about the same, and then they kind of turned one against us. Most of these, and see, all right, come on, let's do it. Let's take a peek at the charts real quick. We have to. I'm gonna run through them real quick, just because it makes it easy to see. So I got in this one right here. Stop right there. This thing popped. I was up 35. This one would have stopped me out, but then look what it did. Took off. So that was the first one. Let's take a peek at the second one real quick. And I'm going to just do the first 3. I'm not going to worry about those last 2. Let's see. Yep, getting in this one off to the 1-minute chart. Getting in right there. Stop right there. This thing made a nice little move. Pulled back against me. Stopped out pretty much flat. This one would have went about 1 R before it rolled over. And then let's look at this third one. And then we're going to jump right on into the video. JD. Chinese stocks today were just crushing. All of them crushing. This one I missed the initial entry right there. Had I got in where I was supposed to get in, stop on the top side, this one would have hit 1 R in this first move, pull back, and would have hit target. So would have made $100 on this one easy. So just wanted to look at those on that chart real quick, because on the video, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see exactly what the full move did. But let's go ahead. Let's get that pulled up. And before I got started, I ended up just showing basically what I was watching. These here were short ideas. So I was looking at these to go lower and make money with them going lower. These here were my long ideas. Of course, this is the market right here. You don't see FNGD on here because it was one that I found on the previous high of day scanner. FNGD is a stock that I hate trading. I hate it with a passion. And I knew that before I got in the trade, and I took it anyway. And that first trade showed me why I hate it. But let's go ahead. Let's get this video running. We can kind of talk through it while it's moving. First trade we got in at 9:36. So I'll go ahead, kind of speed this up. Da, da, da. And just dealing with how the market was today, it didn't start off all that good. Started off real slow. Norfolk Southern. I liked Norfolk Southern. Let me go back real quick. Look at the spread. You don't see no buyers and sellers. So I could not take a trade on this, even if it gave me a good pattern. But out of everything on my watch list, that one was starting off about the best. PCVX, got all this junk over there to the left. Wouldn't be able to get into this one until it got over all of that. So scroll this on up. PBR. This was another one. I missed this one. I didn't really want to get in this trade until it broke this little tail right here. But looking at the 2 minute, I really could have gotten in off of a 2 minute 3-bar play had that been the play. So, but you see, it kind of triggered prior to, so wouldn't have been the play. Look what it did. Came right down there to that little area that I got marked on the chart. This was one that, like I said, I truly missed that trade because it gave a good opportunity to get in the trade, and I was watching something else. So this is AT&T. This was another one that I found on the previous high of day scanner. So it wasn't on my original thumbnail watch list, but was looking at this little 5 minute 3-bar play that was possibly forming. It made this move up, and then it's kind of consolidating on the 1 minute chart. So looked to be a decent entry. 10-cent stop, 20-cent target, grabbing 500 shares. But look at how much room I gave it. This would have hit target had I put the stop where it should have been, which would have been right up under these candles, maybe giving it 1 extra cent. So this probably was maybe a 7-cent stop. Yeah, maybe 7 cents. So I cheated myself on that one. And lately I've been doing that. I give stocks a lot of extra room that I probably don't need to be giving them. So now I come back over, I'm looking at PBR. It has broke this area of concern that I was worried about. So now I'm looking for a pullback up to that line and then an entry to get in. So let's go ahead. We're going to speed it up. Again, had I had the stop where this supposed to have been at, I'd be up 1R already. I would have been up 50 bucks already. So I didn't catch that when I initially took this trade. And see, now I'm moving the stop to break even. Need to work on that. I need to really work on that, especially if the trade looks like it's going to go. Nothing over here to the left says that it's going to hit resistance. Comes back, stops me out. So that's one of the things as a trader need to honor the stop. So when that trade goes against me, I need to honor that stop. And then I need to honor the target if I know that it has room to my target with no resistance. That had no resistance. It just was coming back down. So let's keep scrolling this up. This was the one that I looked at that kind of took my eyes off of PBR. This was one that, and there it goes. That was one that Evan had mentioned. I was just taking a peek at it. Took my eyes off of it. Come over here and look at the 1 minute chart on PBR. So this thing came down, pulled back right to the previous low of day. Nice top and tail. Entry, stop on the top side. this initial move, it already would have been up 1R. I already would have been up 50 bucks. Knowing first area of concern is right here. So first area of concern, I'm gonna already be up 1R on the trade. And for anybody that's new, that's listening, 1R is, or an R is basically what I'm risking. So when I say 1R, I'm risking $50. Somebody else's R might be $500. Somebody like Jared over at Live Traders, he risks $1,000 per trade. So that's what his R is. And so he's risking 1,000 to make 2,000. As a new trader, I started off risking $5 to $10 per trade. And then as time went on, I just slowly increased my risk level. And eventually, one day I will be risking $500,000. But I tell people, this is like a job. You don't start a job at the top of the pay scale. Like you got to work your way up to that top of the pay scale. So that's how you got to look at it. But look at this thing. Had I took this trade, I would be up 2R. So I would have hit my target. I would have made $100 on this trade. But sometimes you catch them, sometimes you don't. Let's keep on going till we get to our next trade. Let's keep going. Let's go back. All right, there we go. So this one here, again, found it on the previous high of day scanner over this green line. Junk out to the left. So definitely would have wanted to see this one break that junk, pull back, and then go. But I liked this candle that was getting up to the junk. It's getting up to the junk. And then I like this little resting candle. 1 minute chart giving the same picture. So that's why I was liking this stock. So I'm getting my numbers. 2 cent stop. This is another one I gave too much room. Let's see how much I gave it. So I gave it 1 extra penny. That's not bad. So 3 cent stop. This is going to take a ton of shares. How many shares did I need on this one? So 1,500 shares. That gives me my $50 risk. And let's see where I put the order in. So I put it in at 688. You see that thing gets filled immediately. Sellers was sitting right there on it. So this is a little risky because again, you got these sellers still over here that you got to worry about. So let's go ahead. Let's scroll it up. But boom, it breaks through it. And you see, I only need to go 6 cents. This thing needs to move 6 cents. And I'm looking, I was share size down a little bit because I should be risking $50 right there. Should be risking $50. So I did share size down just a little bit. Let's keep scrolling. Back over looking at AT&T. Like I said, this gave me no reason to get out of it. Looking up here, there was nothing to the left. This shaded area is pre-market. This is trading before the stock market opens. So I was above everything that was trading pre-market. Made no sense to get out of that one. And AT&T would have hit target. I would have made $100 on that trade. So now I'm getting my target where it should be at right now because it had it down here. I got in at 688. I needed to go 7 cents. But again, it's going to be fighting. It really needs, what it needed to do was pop and then pull back. And that's what I was hoping for. Didn't think that it would make it up to $7, but at least give me $6.95 out of it. So now I'm just moving my target down because look at all of these sellers right here. Everybody, all these sellers like, nope, I'm trying to get out of this thing. So I just move it and just get out of the trade. I'm like, it didn't break $6.90. Let me get out of the trade. This was one that I found on actually, this was one that Evan had mentioned that it was running. This thing just opened and just ran. It gave no place. Actually, you come over here to the 1 minute, it did. Could have got in right here with the stop down there. That's target. Gave another little area right here. Entry right there, stop right there. This thing probably paid 5 or 6 to 1 on your money. So IBN did give a couple of areas, just not off of the 2 minute chart. And then you look right here, nice 2 minute 3-bar play. That's probably dang 10 times your money on that move right there. So it's all about catching the moves. And this one, see, when the market opened, it did have junk to the left. But once it got over that junk, off to the races. HBAN, this was another one. So stocks that were on the watch list wasn't really doing anything. So I was scanning the previous Hive Day scanner. So PBR, I put an order in to see if I'm going to get this move back down to the downside. Not quite 1R in that move though, but this one never triggers me in. I just cancel the order out of the system. Now I am going to take this trade, pause it real quick. Look at the 5 minute. Nice move down, nice little resting candle. It's kind of consolidating right here. Buyers tried to push it up, sellers pushed it right back down. Got a nice top and tail. So quite a few good reasons to get in the trade. You always hear me repeating what Jared Wesley says. Look for reasons not to take the trade. You can always find reasons to take the trade, but look for reasons not to take the trade. And if you can't find no reason not to take the trade, then go ahead and take that bad boy. So this one triggers me in. Nice move. 50-cent stop, 100 shares, risking $50. This one, PBR, I canceled the order because it's not doing what I thought it would do. Sometimes they'll do that. And look at JD. JD is moving. Again, I'm trading this one for the newer people that's watching. You can short stocks. So you can play a move for the stock to go down in price. So this one here got below the junk and I'm playing it to go lower. I move my stop to break even. Again, if there is no reason to move that stop to break even, at least let it get up to 1R. Right now it's just up to a half R. So it's up to a little over a half, a little over $25. Like I said, don't really see a reason to be scared of the trade. Go ahead, speed it up. See, I done moved the stop down a little bit more now. It was fighting, so get stopped out. Let's see if it keeps pushing. Let's go ahead, keep scrolling. This PBR, I'm looking at another, still trying to play the sell setup. 5 minute was showing a decent sell setup. This one, pause it again. Look at the 10 minutes. Wide range, narrow range. This would be the entry bar when it breaks 1494. When this candle breaks 1494, stop on the top side. I didn't take this trade because you see the order is in the system, but I cancel it because of this area right here, this broken line. That's the 50 moving average. So I didn't take the trade because I saw that area of resistance. So I canceled the order out. That trade would have went target. Boom. So it would have triggered me in. Now watch what it does. It's going to come right to that area, right to it. You'll always hear me say, I love technical analysis. When you can understand what these stocks should do 95% of the time, it's just a matter of making sure that you're on the right side of the trade. That thing came right to that area that we got marked on the chart by this moving average. You see it on this chart as well. The line is going to be different on these charts because the pre-market is not turned on. You don't see this gray area. So this chart has pre-market turned on. So this 50 moving average is going to be different because it's averaging out over the pre-market as well. But that's why I didn't take that trade. But that would have been a good trade. There it go, breaking it. Now, once it breaks it, this was acting as the floor. So once it breaks it, now that floor should act as the ceiling. And when it comes back up, now it has to try to fight to get back above it. And when it doesn't, go ahead, load the truck up. It's going down. But now I come over and I find FNGD on the previous 5-day scanner. I like this chart. I ain't gonna lie. I like the 5-minute. It's basically consolidating right over the previous high of day. Again, it's over all of the junk pre-market, so you don't have to fight anybody that was buying in the pre-market. So let's see what we do. $1.25. See how many shares we get. 20 shares. So I'm gonna look at my trusty sheet down here. So $1.25, I should be buying 60 shares to risk $50. So I'm risking less than $25 on this trade. Risking less than 25. Order is in, instantly triggered. Let's scroll down and see how much we were risking. So here I'm just gonna drop a line. Nope, thought I was dropping a line. Let's scroll down. Let's see what our risk was on this trade. And this one actually, this would have hit target too. So we were risking 25. What is up with my sheet? Oh, okay. This is $75 sheet. I got a risk level for 75 and a risk level for 50. This is the $50 one. So $1.25, 40 shares if I was risking $50. So boom, it makes the move, moving that stop up. In this market right now, I do this more than last year. Last year, I had no problem letting trades just work. None. But this market is just so iffy. But watch this. I always say that I never want to put my stop right at my entry because it might skip me. But look where I got it at, 260. It doesn't fill me. And now I just lost $2. That's why I don't like FNGD. You said you'll see why I don't like it. I had my stop clearly set where I wanted to. When the stock gets below that price, it's supposed to trigger me out. Nobody would take my order. And I didn't get filled until they finally took it below where I wanted to get out at. So lost that. The next trade that I take on this is solely to make this number green. I don't care how far that trade was going to go. So that's not good. That's not how you want to be trading. But it was on a decent pattern because that still was a good trade. I shouldn't have been getting stopped out because I shouldn't have moved my stop to break even. So now you see trade is doing what it's supposed to do. My original trade would be up 1R right now. I would be up $25 based off my initial trade. So now you see my P&L for the day is green. I'm just moving this down to get filled, make that green. I'm done trading for the day because I was done after the first 3 trades. I was done after the first 3 trades. I'm not sure how much further this thing would have went, but I do know that it would have hit target. I do know that the first one trade would have hit target. But there are certain stocks. And we're going to wrap that up right there. There are certain stocks that I just don't really like trading. FNGD, NVDA to a certain extent, Airbnb. There are just certain stocks that I don't like the way that they move. And I guess that's the important thing. It's not so much the stock, it's the way that they move. FNGD, you saw it. It had a spread for 1. And 2, I got skipped right on by trying to get out of my, getting hit for my stop. But on that note, I appreciate y'all checking me out as always over here at Living My Dream Trading. Again, for new people checking me out, I appreciate it. Please give the video a like if you're so inclined. Please subscribe if you are not already subscribed. And as always, let's continue the conversation in the comments section. If you are someone that's new and you looking to get into trading, what is interesting or what is interesting you in trading? What do you like about it? For me, like I said, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. But over time, my mindset has changed. It's me and another gentleman named Evan. We chat via text pretty much every morning while the trading session is going on. That's one other thing I did want to mention. I do have a Discord channel, Discord page that I have set up. I'll drop the link in the description and go ahead, join the Discord. That way we can kind of talk actually while the trading session is going on. And let's make some money in this thing because it's money to be made if you follow your trading plan. That's the key. Got to have a trading plan and you have to follow it. The hard thing is following it. And that's where taking small risk per trade will help you. Because even when you're risking $5, $10 per trade, that emotion is still there. That emotion is still there. So you have to, you got to be disciplined. And what sticks with me every day nowadays is patience and discipline. Patience to not just jump into a trade because it looks good without totally looking at all of the factors that's in it. Is there any junk to the left? Is it coming right up to an area of support or resistance? And things of that sort. And that's where proper pre-trading comes in. Because market opens at 9:30. I'm usually trying to get set up about 8:45 to get my morning started. When people hear day trading, that don't mean that you're sitting in front of a computer all day. I'm in front of my computer, maybe 2 hours every morning. Sometimes a little longer than that if I done got red early, because then I'm fighting to get back green. But usually 30 minutes to an hour and a half, and you should be able to make all that you want to make out of the market. And my goal right now is make 100, 200 bucks a day. That's trading 2 hours in that day. So that's making either $50 an hour or $100 an hour. I always ask people, where can you make that at with no formal education, doing something that you basically getting on the job training? So again, thanks for checking me out. I know this one is a little longer than usual, but just wanted to give out my man a shout out for giving me a shout out. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.